What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? We grinding out 110. Hopefully. I mean, well, I won't be able to get 110 today, but at least get a couple of steps closer. I think Aramir might end up getting 110 today. But what y'all up to? Cake, what up? Fluffy? Sunny, how you doing? Kex is here. What's up, y'all? What's up? So I haven't gone through and done a breakdown of every map, but it appears like as far as XP per hour, you're going to want to go to the armory. The map runs super fast. It's very co-op friendly. And put together a team, you can clear this bad boy super quick. What's going on, DJ? Yeah, it's going to be a tough grind. I mean, once you get your main setup, I think. Like, got to get your main heroes in order, you know? And then after that, you can just add in kind of on the side. But it's not like going to be like getting to 105. Look at Aramir, 109 already. Holy crap, man. One thing about Aramir is he knows how to grind. It doesn't help that much, DJ. It's not, like I said, it's not like getting to 105. Getting to 105 is like super easy mode compared to this. What you're looking for ideally is one tower booster monk, one tower boosting apprentice, and then 2 summoners that are making sure to vary their pets. Like, you don't need more than 1 striking gemstone. You need a striking gemstone on the Aura stack, and that's it. So, like, you'd want 1 summoner with a striking gemstone and a speedy gemstone. And then you'd want another summoner with another speedy and a power. You probably got to double check your loot filter, Teshin. Make sure you're doing rifted mode, but the fusion drops are guaranteed. The big ones are a bug. Well, there is no DD2 awakened. But if you mean Dungeon Defenders awakened, yeah, you can trade and sell to players. I wasn't in on the whole run here, so we won't get the full XP value. Got no real loot. No loot worthy. Yeah, you can trade. You just right click or highlight the player in your group and hit send trade request. I mean, 629 million experience, and that was only for the last 2 waves. Crazy. Oh, Siren is really good, Angus, for sure. I got lucky. That was the first 8/8 rune I found, was the Siren rune. I mean, I was targeting that by farming that act, but super lucky. I'm getting rune drops on the new difficulty are much more common. I ended up getting like 6 or 7 different runes yesterday. So I'm going to be doing a whole boatload of rune giveaways. So sorry about the intros, y'all. It is ear bleedy. So every time we load into a map, it's going to make y'all's ears bleed. So the loadout we got going on here is we got 6 DSTs, 2 pointed to each of the south lanes, and 1 pointed to each of the north lanes. 2 PDS, a root for the slow, and it's Snare Aura and Electric Aura, buff beams on everything, of course, and 1 Siren to protect it all. Cake just found one. Very nice, very nice. So this is probably going to be kind of a boring stream for some people, but this is a grind game, and I am no exception. I got to grind as well. So my advice to everyone would be to assemble your team. We got Aramir, Archangel, and Cake Pone here, and we are all doing the cross buffing and making sure we're doing proper group composition and all that stuff, and it makes it just scream. It's 4 DU, so in a situation where you would only use 2 DU or 3 DU, then of course the reflect beams are going to be better. But if it's a situation where you can use 4 DU, the Siren is just incredible. There's no doubt there. Yeah, it's super, super rare. I actually got some God Roll Supreme pieces yesterday, but you know what? They're all ancient gear. Every one of them. I got multiple God Rolls, and it's all gear that I'm not going to use. Such a bummer, man. I got like 2 or 3 pairs of % damage power rate boots with power, range, and rate. All ancient. RNG just hates me, I tell you. But I have been having great luck with the 8/8 runes, so I think people, as soon as you can get the Dune Eater difficulty beaten, and remember, I haven't checked everything crazy to say 100% for sure, but it looks like it in a 4-player group. This is going to be the fastest. Yeah, it's like 900 million XP per run in a 4-player group. And then we got, once again, we got a Monk Tower boost, an Apprentice Overcharge boost, 2 Sirens Flash Healing with varied pets. I mean, and you can. There's nothing saying you can't. But if you want to do it the fastest way possible, then you do it in a group. I mean, there's nothing wrong with solo play if you want to solo play. It's just going to take longer is all. Oh, for sure, Angus, no doubt. I actually did last night I did a really weird build just to see if it would work, and it did great. But the Guardian Wall with a PDS right on top of it, just one, and a Siren on a buff beam, and it just wrecked. Yeah, rock the Monk. Rocking the Monk gives you an extra 10% tower damage. And, you know, is it boring as all hell? Well, it's a grind game. So it's got that element to it. And we are at the hard grind point. So like I said, I'm no different than anybody else. I got to do it. I try to do it off stream as much as possible. Because I know it's boring content to watch. But this is it, y'all. If you want a meta XP run, this appears, without fully testing every map, this appears to be the most XP per hour. I think the only comparison would be how much more is the keep on the new bonus difficulty. Because it will take twice as long, but if it's 2.5 times as much XP, then it might be worth it, you know? But I just don't think there's anything more chill than this right here. I don't have any giveaways going today now. I'm streaming all over the place today, so I can't do giveaways when I'm on multiple platforms. Wouldn't be fair. Well, that's the thing. Keep is way slower to run, but the XP is going to be significantly more probably. I just got to get your... I mean, the keep is the hardest map. There's no doubt. The new map is not as difficult as doing the keep. The new map is different than every map in the game. In the regard of every map in the game, you can just power through the map in a 4-player group. The new boss fight is harder in a 4-player group. It feels like the scaling is off. There's like so many ogres. I mean, you can literally kill 20 ogres in the time it takes to kill the boss. You know? And they're all super thick. So it almost... I mean, like I said, it's different than everywhere else in the game. Yeah, they just keep constant spawning. The Sharkin constant spawning. It's rough. That, and you combine that with no Arcanist piece, and the weapons are kind of meh. I mean, you only really need to do it once. I hate to say it, but it's a fun new boss map, and it's a cool looking boss. But the loot is not great. Or what the loot is that drops is not wonderful. I think the fix to that is if the Arcanist piece was dropping, that would be a whole world of difference. I got something in there, some kind of supreme piece it looked like. 894 million XP that time around. Oh no, I got booted. See if we can't get back up in here. All the bonus difficulties, you go on to any map with the bonus difficulty and there's more, you're getting more 8 to 8 runes. I ended up getting like 7, 8, 9 of them last night, something like that. Now I grinded. You know, it wasn't, it was no playing around. Hopefully I got the XP from that one. Oof. God, man, I wish that there was a way to turn that off. Yeah, I mean, that's one of the challenges, I think, with the map is the ogres spawn when you kill them. So killing the ogres faster doesn't really help you, you know, because it just brings another one right behind. I mean, maybe that's the strat in 4-player group is mad CC and slow the ogres, you know, stack trees and ensnare ours down the lane or something like that. Maybe that will end up being the super strat to use. What's going on there, Black On? How you doing? DSTs never stopped being meta. They just had to be used a little differently. DSTs have always been a meta for speedruns. With an apprentice booster. That has never ever changed. It's just a lot of people were hating on them and people stopped using them and everything else. Aramir wants to make sure they don't get nerfed. I think for a lot of players too, it was everybody spammed DSTs for a really long time. So when they got a break and were able to use wisps, everybody went to wisps because it was something different. And then PDS came out, everybody was sick of wisps, and people went to PDS. So, I mean, as far as, remember what meta stands for. It's not what most people are using. It's most effective tactic available. And the most effective tactic available would be one of two things. Either being able to complete the map or speedrunning the map, you know? And if you're trying to get as much loot as possible or as much XP as possible, then of course you want to focus on your times, you know? Hopefully I don't get booted this time. I'm not sure if there's anything suspect going on with the inventory or whatever. Ian with the sub, thank you so much. You got your first Supreme piece? Nice, nice. I had a really big drought at the middle. It was frustrating watching everyone else get all these Supreme drops, and I wasn't getting anything. And then they just turned on last night, and I started just getting tons of them. Like I said, nothing that I would even want to use yet. It's just, at this point, just collecting. I got really, really, really god-tier ancient pieces. Yeah, it's working fine. You got something else set weird if it's not shown on the tech map. Well, 3 stats are fine as long as it's power, range, and rate. No changes to the Beaming Blossom. Still a beast. There's been no changes to any defense. I mean, other than the new runes, you know, but the defenses themselves weren't changed. Got a rune there, but I think I've got trans runes set. In fact, I'm going to turn that off now. I don't need no more. Had trans runes set just in case one of the new ones dropped. But I do not need trans runes anymore. And no, there are no supreme runes. I just got it checked just in case there's any sort of issue with that filter setting or whatever. But yeah, man, ancient gear. What the hell, right? I got two or three different pairs of percent damage, power, and rate. And one of them is a super high roll on the passives. The upgrade totals were low, but the passives themselves were like 540 plus, you know? But ancient gear. I mean, you never know. Maybe I'll set a character up in ancient gear and not go for 2 defenses. But, I mean, you know, obviously the best route is to get decent quality gear with 2 defenses, you know? So yeah, anyway, we're going to just do a chill grinder stream today, so feel free to ask any questions if anybody's got any questions. I haven't seen an Arcanist Helm last night, but I only did the keep a few times. I ran it 3 times just to see if the poons were still beast mode, and they just wreck it. Mountsome with the sub, thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. Harpoons on the keep are just so glorious. They just shred that place, man. Absolutely shred it. It's a good looking boss. It's a fun boss fight. The problem is the loot from the map is not wonderful. Well, yeah, just the spammer build is the build to use, but like I said, the thing with the temple is it's just easier to get it done solo, you know? Oh shoot, is it because I'm hitting the button? Is that why I keep getting kicked? I'm just so used to hitting the button. I'll probably upload one in the morning, DJ. I've got old Poon builds on the channel, but obviously not with the new difficulty. Harpoons shred it, though. In my opinion, they're way better than the PDS on the Keep. There's an old Harpoon video, yeah. I'm sure there's probably dozens of them from live stream VODs or whatever. All right, I didn't get kicked that time. Oh, that's right. It doesn't show the mana until you start using it. There's about 1 million of them. Google how to push floors in DD2, and you'll come up with scores and scores of different videos. The TLDR, use Petrify. 2 proton beams, 1 with poison, 1 with earth. Then the damaging defenses of your choice. Explosive traps, geyser traps, blaze balloons, stuff like that is all meta. The harder part, once you get the meta build set up, is finding enough good stuff on Netflix to watch while it runs on a third monitor, because it's not really active gameplay. Yeah, this is the new difficulty. Fishers for the lazy boys, that too. As far as pushing, yeah, especially now with Chaos 10. I mean, you can, like, complete snoozer mode probably all the way up to, like, floor 700 or so with the Chaos 10 gear. Just watch One Piece. It'll take you a few years. Yeah, there's a couple of episodes out for that, huh? I just started I think it's my 8th time through watching Game of Thrones from the beginning last night. I only made it in 2 episodes before I was tired and went to bed. But yeah, I started Game of Thrones last night. Oh, it's a great show all the way up to the very end. The very end, of course, it's a little bit of a suspect ending. The Queen's Gambit was a really good show. I watched that. I didn't watch the whole thing, but I watched it on and off with my wife. I just rewatched with the DD2 update, going through the DD2 grind. I rewatched that show Vikings from the beginning. And then I couldn't decide if I was ready for Game of Thrones again, or was I really going to go scumming it and go with Star Trek Voyager. It's been a long time since I watched Star Trek Voyager from the beginning. And let's be honest, it sucks until 7 and 9 gets there. So you can just start that on episode 4, or on season 4, you know. But I've been holding off on this Game of Thrones watch for a long time, so decided to go Game of Thrones. The Last Kingdom is a good one. I just rewatched it before, DJ. And then, I rewatched it all, a month and a half ago or whatever, in preparation for that, for that movie. I watched it the night it came out. It actually felt like it ended way too quick for me. It feels like the movie should have been another 15 minutes, and they should have had a little more fleshed out of an ending. I thought it was good all the way up until then, but then it was like, oh, it's done, really? You know? I mean, it had a defined ending, but it just seemed like it jumped through a little bit of content or whatever. A little bit of potential lore or story closing or whatever there at the end. I don't dislike Voyager. I think I like Deep Space Nine the most. And I know it's probably criminal to even think these thoughts, but I think I like Discovery the second most. They got pretty far out there with the story. I'm going to put a video out, hopefully tomorrow, Mr. Landra. The main thing, it depends on when you were returning from. If you have yet to get runes, runes are the shit. So definitely get your runes going on. And those are all target farmed. You can see where right on your interface. I think the thing with Discovery is I liked some of the actors and actresses, and I really liked the fan service with Spock. Is what did it for me. I mean, you know, I'm a Spock fanboy, not gonna lie. I liked that that fan service that they put in with Spock, and I really enjoyed The Walking Dead. So I enjoyed it so much I can't remember her name. That's the thing. Current meta is use whatever you want to use. There's lots of possibilities. Use the stuff you have geared the best with the best runes. As far as base metas, they haven't changed. PDS, still crazy. DST's amazing. Ooh, 6 minutes on that one. So at 6 minutes, we're averaging, what, 9 billion XP an hour? It's pretty damn good, man. Considering it's just over 1 billion XP to go from 0 to level 100. Shows you how level 105 to 110 is like the hit we took at level 70. Sorry, y'all. So sorry. I mean, you see here we're using, you know, Aura stacks are obviously meta. But we're adding in DST, PDS. We're double stacking slows. So we got one root that's max range. Speaking of, I got a 14k range Warden if you want me to throw her in my deck. There y'all. The tree slow stacks with Ensnare Aura, so it provides a very, very good slow, and if you maximize the range on it, you can, you know, a map like this with two cores right close to each other, you can easily cover a pretty large area with just one of them. But yeah, 2 DSTs pointed to each south door, 1 DST pointed to each north door, 2 PDS, and Ensnare Aura, an Electric Aura, an Explosive Trap, and a Root with the Slow rune. And then every stack of 3 gets its own buff beam. With the exception of the PDS, they're only a stack of 2, but... And it just shreds it. But once again, this is a properly organized team. So we got Tower Boost Monk, Overcharge Boost Apprentice, 2 Flash Healing Summoners with offsetting gemstones. So we got 2 Speedy Gemstones, 1 Striking Gemstone, and 1 Power Gemstone. So we get all the cross buffing we could imagine, and it just makes everything disappear. It is the way to go. The benefits of making friends, y'all. Go make some friends. Just make sure you're ready to contribute. So put in the effort to get your character set up to be a viable team member, you know? And then since Aramir built the PDS and DSTs, on the Monk, he's using a Mistimine pad. So we got 10% bonus damage, plus the Monk tower boost from the Monk, then overcharge, and then all the buff pets. And the flash boost heals. Which in a perfect world, Cake and I would be alternating our flash boosts, but it's very hard to see with so many flashes going on. So it's kind of impossible to really check that. It's the hardest thing in the game, Roxas. I've heard a lot of people talking about Night Sky, saying good things about it. I haven't heard much about Outer Range. Blackbird on Apple TV. I don't have access to Apple TV, but a lot of their shows go to that deployed military personnel service I have for my son. I'll have to look and see if that one's on it. It's the last one you're looking for? Nice. Well, I mean, you're close then, right? I've been holding out on the Mandalorian, too. I don't know if I'm going to wait all the way until the entire season is out. But I have been holding off on it. Which is criminal. Right? Absolutely criminal. Oh, is the last episode today? Okay. Well, good. I'm good to go then. Maybe since it's just one season, I'll do that before I get too entrenched in Game of Thrones again. Because there's going to be a whole lot of grind the next few days, and I'm still not done with the DD2 grind. I got DD2 stuff to grind as well. Little Dingy with the sub. Thank you so much. Got a lot to grind in DDA, a lot to grind in DD2. It's going good. Just on the hard grind, you know. The grind from 105 to 110 is intense. You see Aramir, he's going to be 110 in like no time. If what I'm seeing on the screen is correct, his Monk is going to be 110 like long before the end of this stream. That's crazy, dude. You have not slept. Damn. Oh, it's not correct. Okay, I was going to say, holy shit, man. That is insane. You still got about 4 hours? I keep running the wrong damn way to go look at what's on the in the box. The loot over here. Doesn't look like any Supremes. Boo. 7 minutes. Almost 900 million. It's pretty good. It's pretty good, y'all. I mean, my Monk is probably going to be 107 real quick. I think my Monk and my EV are closest or highest level right now. Of course, my inventory is so jacked, and that's why it takes so long to load. And it's pretty good for like people who just would rather solo grind it. Oh, God. It is good XP. even from a solo grinder perspective. I mean, it happens, Cake. It happens. You gotta do what you gotta do, right? If you're just leveling up and getting started, then don't sweat trying to do end game meta. Just do the highest level survival that you can comfortably do quickly. The dinner was causing a riot. It happens. It happens. Yeah, just anyway, do the highest level survival or mixed mode map that you can do quickly is the key. Make sure it's a smooth run, you know? I have 2 gemstones as well, King. I'm hitting my F button though. I am sitting here watching chat and just, I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm tap 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 tap. I ain't using no macro. I am hard clicking this mofo. Hard clicking, let me tell you. It's a no AFK lobby. Give you guys a view of what's going on over here. Our R's go all the way to all the spawn doors, and then the DSTs just hammer everything in the face. Everything that makes it out past the initial little segment gets popped by the PDS. You see, the PDS are not doing a ton because there's not much actually making it out. So that is the visual you get. Take a look at the other side, same business. Yeah, PDS for spiders and ogres, absolutely. Can't even see the edge of the R over here. It's through the map. There it is. The edge of the R inside of the spawn itself. Thank you, Striking Gemstone. That's one thing I really wish they would add to DD2 is buff gemstone or buff pets, guardian pets in some form. That would be game changing in DD2. You know? And to be honest with you, I think it might even make the game appeal to more DD1 and DDA players. I mean, I love DD2. A lot of people do love DD2. But a lot of people prefer DD1 or DDA, you know? You got the Adept, or the Initiate. You got a Tower Booster. You got a Lavamancer. You got a Countess. I'm actually setting my Countess up as a Tower Booster with ranged hero damage. I mean, I'll still be able to go up and slap things if I need to, but it's going to be a Tower Booster. And I would love to have a gemstone or a guardian pet to go with that. That would be so incredibly kick-ass. The guardians from DD1 or the gemstones from DDA, either or. Not getting any loot. I got my loot filter set really strict, so not really picking up any loot, but I'm getting 3 billion gold per wave. which is kind of nice. Well, you just don't... You can use the rogue, but if you go stealth, remember, it's like going stealth in Alk Labs or whatever. The boss doesn't have anything to aggro to if you're solo. So the boss is going to aggro to your towers. So, I mean, you can still use it, but you definitely want to pick and choose when you use it. It's super easy to tank those boss shots, even on a monk or a huntress. If you throw down a healing aura, it makes it so easy, you know? But then the other thing too, like I said, this is not I don't think this is a good thing, but you only have to do that map once just to get the unlock. Because that map is currently not worth farming. It's got cool pets and stuff if you want to farm the pets. So if you want to farm that, you can, but if you're looking for best in slot weapon, or if you're looking for Arcanist helms or anything like that, there's always going to be a better destination for you. You know, and you would just want to do the Dune Eater bonus difficulty on the summit or the keep or throne room or whatever weapon you're looking for. You'd want to do the higher end difficulty there. Oh, you got a Supreme Guard chest. Nice, Archangel. Let me guess, 3 stats, no power? Or is it a good one? Did you get you a good one? Well, I mean, that's just my luck with Supremes is why. Same thing before with the old 105 gear. Like, every 105 piece I got was 3 stats, no power. Fort, and repair, upgrade, 4 passives. No, it's definitely harder. You notice it with the ogres. Viking King difficulty, I never looked at ogres anymore. I was done paying attention to ogres. You actually have to look at ogres now. Okay, I'm 107 on the EV and the monk now. You do have to keep an eye out for your ograge. Man, I'm not getting no Supremes. You guys are hackers. Hackers, I tell you, with all your Supreme gear. I'm getting Transcendent Giraffes over here. Is that... Missed it. I couldn't see if that said it was Shin's bow. Shit, man. Got booted again. Airbeer kicked me. The waves are pretty easy on the new boss map. I think most people are losing on the boss fight itself when all the Zerg comes out. Well, yeah, I mean, we beat it right away. The struggle was beating it on 4-player difficulty. But we beat it right away on 2-player, like first or second try. Actually, I think it was the first try. Aramir keeps kicking me. Ooh, we got us full coverage rune. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, we got to win first try both times on 4-player. On survival and on mixed mode. For some reason, hardcore is what threw us off, even though we weren't dying. Which was the weird thing. Like, the only thing hardcore adds is no respawns. Well, we weren't dying. We started chain losing. The loot multiplier did us in. There was too many Supremes ready to come out, Cake. The game just couldn't have it. Is what it was. Too many Supremes. Something feels weird with the new boss if you try to do it on a melee character too. Like, my Squire is definitely my best built DPS hero. It's my strongest overall. And I was unable to kill it on the Squire, but like the Rogue, who is one of my weaker DPS heroes, I just don't have him set up properly anymore. Like, I easy mode it solo. Hardcore changed your mentality, so may end up playing too safe. Maybe. I mean, all we were doing was spraying at the boss, though. I mean, we weren't doing anything different. We were losing on the boss. Definitely making some nice progress here, though. Oh, now it's showing Aramir back down a little. That might not be correct either. There's no way me, Cake, and Archangel are all at the exact same level on these particular characters. But it looks like it on those bars, so I think they're not right. It's not right? Okay, okay. I wonder why it shows anything, then. The bar on you is correct. The ogres can be pretty rough, for sure, Show. Oh, I'm aware of the desync. I was actually just hoping it was kind of right and that Aramir was going to get the 110 right away. Then we can all just say, but Aramir, you're already 110. Just carry me another 10 hours, please. You know? It's my favorite thing to say. Just shy of 109. You've been hard grinding there, Aswirlin. I'm 107 and a quarter on my highest levels, I think. 20 billion XP is nothing to shrug at? Oh, yeah. Well, considering it's what, 1.06 1.064 XP to go from levels 1 to 100. I mean, I'll have 5 Guardians for sure. Or at least 4. I think I've already made 3. I've got one of them up to 105 now. But they're not in the deck right now. I'm wanting to level my main characters. I got my DPS Squire, my Aura Monk, my Trap Monk, my Archer Summoner. Who else do I have in deck? Oh, my Huntress, or I think I may have said Huntress. Hey, there's nothing wrong with wisps, man. Nothing wrong with wisps. We don't... You mean spike traps or spike blockades? Spike traps there's no reason to use. Spike blockades there's no reason to use. We want map-wide clear, basically. We're quadruple boosting everything. With all of the boosts available in the game. We're not missing any of the boosts. So we want AoE clear, not single target stuff. I mean, we've got the single target stuff for the ogres, like with the DSTs and the PDS. So we don't want any more. Wall builds are super viable in DDA. Cake's just being a snoot. He's being a wall snoot. What's going on there, Bogdan? How you doing, man? Yeah, wall builds are great. I mean, that's the thing. Wall builds were great before. But now people are willing to throw down a Strength Drain aura because it's got a damage rune. And that was like all you needed to do before to make your wall builds broken OP. Was throw a Strength Drain aura on them, you know? But oh no, nobody would use it. I mean, if you don't want to use walls, don't use walls. That's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of DD2 and DDA right now, is there's a great amount of diversity in both games where you can really just build how you want to build. And, you know, the hard metas are not something that you need to dwell on or focus on at all. Where the hell is all my Supreme gear? You all promised me Supreme gear, damn it. Aramir says, Supreme gear in here. Come get some. Your gear didn't get demoted, just how it's got all the exact same stats on it. 0 change. The only thing that changed was the color of the piece. The only thing that changed is the item power requirements to be transcendent or godly or whatever. All of your 100% exactly the same. All of your gear. Beaming Blossoms are one of the strongest defenses in the game. Super awesome. Supreme gear drops from Dune Eater difficulty maps. The Massacre, Hardcore, Rifted, Mixed Mode, Dune Eater bonus difficulty is the best potential loot in the game. Oh man, that's terrible, Sins. Terrible. Yeah, well, I mean, figure our stuff from before that was the top end of Lycan got converted to Supreme gear. So you're still going to get the stuff then, for sure. But as far as, like, more commonly seen, it's going to be the Dune Eater bonus. Converted Supreme items are sadly just trash. Dune Eater is a good name, I agree. It's terrible, Aramir, terrible. Will you guys find any God Roll ancient chests or gloves? Make sure you sell them to me, that way I can put together a meme ancient set. You shouldn't be able to, but you may be able to, Danimal, I don't know. I haven't done it, other than the first playthrough, I haven't done it not on Dune Eater bonus. It should be, well, I mean, you can, yeah, you definitely can. If you can get it off Lycan King difficulty on the keep, then you can get it here. It's just, it's going to be that lower end Supreme stuff. How do I unlock Dung Eater? That's so terrible, Oswarland. You keep getting minor helmets? It's because of the map you're doing, probably. Like if you're in the helmet map, you know? The console update hit yesterday. Yeah, there's a new bonus difficulty higher than Lycan King. There's now Dune Eater bonus difficulty. But PlayStation and Xbox got the update yesterday. All went live on the same time. I mean, when I get time to. The hard part is having time to record, edit, and upload, process videos. A lot of people don't realize how much time you invest into that. Like one 15-minute video I can easily have 6 hours into of recording, editing, everything else. And that's with the sloppy ass editing shit I do. If I did good editing, it would take way longer. Aramir plays twice as much as I do, Sins. He ain't got no time for that. Air mirror ain't got no time for that. Amy's Courageous Chest. I haven't seen that one. Me? Yeah, I've killed it. I killed it probably 6 or 8 times solo. It's super chill solo. You can run into a pinch on the boss if the ogres get too zergy on you. But getting up to that point is like super chill. Well, no, he means editing and grinding at the same time, is what he's referring to. You haven't found it fused? I found my first fused juicy piece yesterday. The new gear is Supreme Tier, utterly. I know a lot of other people have sent me screenshots, but that's the first one I personally have ever found. I found weapons, but that's the first armor piece. I mean, the walls are the most OP thing the Guardian has right now. Phil said that the owls are one of the hardest hitting defenses in the game, but I've yet to try it because I've just been on the hard grind. Oh, there's no doubt there, Oswarlin. I've got my filter set really strict. And my inventory just overloads. Well, I mean, it won't get sold, is the thing. Just like the God Tier 105 stuff before. Nobody's selling that stuff, you know? There's a Supreme helmet right there. Supreme Militia Helm. No, I'm on the hard grind. You can go back and look at yesterday's stream to see the mixed mode setup on the news boss map. If you're doing it solo, an aura stack and a spider at every core, and 8 plasma defense systems. If you run into issues, then throw some walls down. But that map is 1,000 times easier than it was breaking into the keep. Where was that head? Oh, it must have been a low roll. It didn't loot. Still doing great on inventory. Torrent tunes work great on the new map. Talking about the blockade type defenses in the game. Use whatever you want. Archers, spike blockades, guardians, EV walls. I don't use the EV walls, but use whatever you want. There it mounts him. $19 million damage a hit for 10,000 power. That's pretty good, really. The Siren Reflect Beam rune, I think, is the biggest addition in the game. It's the most game-changing thing in the game. Yeah, like I just said. I mean, as far as solo beating the new boss map to get your win and your unlock, so you never have to bother with it again until they do something about the loot there. An aura stack with a spider and a buff beam at every core, and then a massive stack of plasma defense systems. If you're getting pushed because your PDS isn't strong enough, then throw some walls in on the lanes. That's literally... It's easy peasy build. If you want to go with a full-on build, then harpoons do really, really great. I mean, we were doing harpoon builds yesterday in 4-player mixed mode, and that's like severe difficulty increase compared to solo. That's pretty good. It's doing that much damage per hit? Yeah, there is a new difficulty. New boss equals new difficulty. Dune Eater bonus difficulty. That's not that bad, mildly annoyed. People were talking all kinds of trash about it. Phil said it hits really, really hard. That build I just mentioned is full AFK all the way to the boss since. You just stand there on your... You can stand there on your PDS stack on a summoner with gemstones and go all the way to the boss. Plus boss is going to be a little difficult. And it won't be worth doing. It'll take forever. Whoever finds a way to do it. I mean, it'll take some Supreme gear, probably. You gotta beat the new boss. All difficulties are tied to bosses. Utterly. So, you want to do Lycan King bonus difficulty on Massacre? Well, you got to kill the Lycan King on Massacre. In the game mode you're trying. Mixed mode or survival. You want to get the Dune Eater bonus difficulty, which is the highest one, then you got to kill the Dune Eater. So they're all tied to the bosses. I actually hope that maybe... I mean, I don't want to push. And Phil is in the team that's working on DDA, have done so much over the last few months. But I do really, really hope that they add the Arcanist Helm into the drops on the new map. And maybe even take a look at the weapons. Because without the Arcanist Helm there, and the only thing that's really worth grinding there is the pet, it's not going to make that map a very hot place to farm. Oh, the weapons are getting changed? Well, that's awesome. What is the fix? Talk to the community about Arcanists? I mean, that's fair. But, I mean, the Arcanist Helm, they could add to the drop pool there, because it's the same as doing the Keep. It just gives us a different destination. I mean, I would love another Arcanist piece, but Phil has been very open about saying he's not happy with it. Oh, nothing related to the fusion boss weapons. Gotcha. You know, that crystal sword I'm very curious about. I haven't tried one yet, because I haven't found a good one. But that crystal sword that's dropping, if you guys look at the damage on that, that could potentially turn into a decent spinning steel sword. I mean, like I said, I haven't tried it yet. But just looking off of the numbers, it seems good. It seems good. But, like I said, I haven't found one good enough to bother checking yet. Oh, the base damage is low on it? Well, that's no good then. Maybe it's just a deceiving tooltip. All the weapons are aesthetically nice looking for sure. You know, I don't necessarily mind the shot type on the monk. I mean, it would be a straight spray down the lane type weapon. But the shot on some of the other heroes is not glorious. Like on the monk, the lob on it feels manageable when you look at the width of the shot. Now, obviously, it would never be a good single target weapon. There's a supreme accessory or offhand. It's probably an offhand. I'm not even going to bother looking at it. I'll just auto-loot it. I think that's once people are comfortable with what loot they want auto looted, and you can set your loot filter a little stricter, it frees up so much gameplay time. So much gameplay time. Wow, that's a hot item, JB. Congrats. That is a hot item. Tried to use the gun on the range with no dice. Yeah, it seems like the fall off drops on the Huntress or crossbow. It drops it really quick. Like I said, I think that lob shot is manageable on the monk. I think that the only problem is with the shot spread so wide, you completely lose any single target effectiveness. I mean, obviously the monk is not wanting to get like in belly range of an ogre, you know? Because if a monk gets slapped, it's over. I think if those shots were a little bit tighter together, that might be best in slot monk weapon. As far as damage output goes. And then I haven't tested it yet, but people are saying that the scaling on the sword is really bad for the squire. So you're still just better off using the big hammer or big maul from the keep or the throne room weapon. Oh, nice. Nice, Phil. The ogre pulse acceleration being disabled on temple to address that in the next patch. Kick ass, man. It's brutal for player, it really is. Yeah, I mean, whose hands we measuring off of, and whose feet, you know? You got some big hands and some tiny feet, or you got some tiny hands and some big feet. The Googles could be way off there. You got a potentially good item? I've got potentially 2 billion gold on the ground right now. Potentially 3 billion, cake. I got no potentially good items on the ground. The Squire and the Guardian with the new weapons. I mean, I hear you. But, I mean, we've got some great weapon choices in the game. So, I mean, I'm not even really upset about it. Because we gotta go farm a new weapon anyway on the higher difficulty, you know? Seems like they're going for more of an AoE theme on this one. I think it's going to come out today, Sins. I don't want to, obviously, I don't want to rush old Phil there, but I'm pretty sure it's going to come out today. Yeah, in a few minutes. Even better. The shot type, like the projectile, looks super cool on those weapons. Aramir rocking the big stick. You want a weapon that crashes your game when you shoot? Walk slowly but carry a big stick. Oh yeah. Who was that? It was like a Roosevelt, or who was that quote from? You just go shoot them or smack them or whatever. The constructs don't hit you, so you can just get right up in their face. They just want to walk through or walk past you to get over to heal the boss. So you can just get right up in their business and slap them or whatever you want to do. Get up in there and slap them. Oh, whoa, whoa, I got a potential good piece too. Oh, it's a helm. Boo. Oh, dang it. I did it again. Why do I keep hitting the button? It's because of DD2. Or I guess it's because I'm used to being the host. Looks like I'm stayed in the group. Close smile on the monk. Not very. Oops. There we go. Wrong hero. Deep Blue Sea. That wasn't a bad movie. You know, they made some bad sequels to that. Well, it's just 107 on my summoner. My monk was been a 107 for a while. He's like, I don't even remember. It's like 107 and a third or whatever now. Uzar with the sub, 2 years. Oh, damn. Thank you so much, Uzar. I mean, the range on Overcharge, you can really see it when you're on a summoner. That is so huge. The range on it is so huge. Took lunch and finished off the boss. Very nice. Grats, Sir Uzar. Shadow Shot. What's up, man? It depends on what kind of loot type game you like the most. There, Nathan. If you want a game that's all about the loot, then you'd want to go DDA. If you want a game that's more about grinding the crafting materials, then you would want to go DD2. They're both great games and well worth playing. But it depends on what you're looking for. Do you want the loot rush? Well, if you want the loot rush, you're not going to get it in DD2. Do you want the whole crafting material system? Well, I mean, that's DD2. So it depends on you and what you want to play. Yeah, that's the loot rush. You know, I mean, I like it too. You know, I mean, I enjoy all the games, but I really, really like knowing that the next run that I do could potentially give me a huge game-changing upgrade. Instead of like DD2, it's, okay, I got to do this map 25 more times to get these 50 crafting materials, and then I can do this potentially game-changing upgrade, you know? So it's more of a, do you want that? Do you want to gamble? Or do you not want to gamble? Yeah. Could you imagine getting the Mage Blood as a drop? That would be so exhilarating. What's going on, Scales? I can't even imagine getting a Mage Blood to drop. I do tell you that every single time I see a heavy belt drop, I instantly run to it. In 10 reliquary keys, got 2 Mage Bloods. Damn. I feel bad for those people that got Mage Bloods for currency at the beginning of the season and didn't get shit, or the beginning of the league didn't get crap for their Mage Bloods. And now the Chaos to Divine ratio is going back up, and they're worth so much more. Thanks, Sir Nathans. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is it. 60 STs, 2 PDS, Roots, Auras, Explosive Trap, and Siren Bubble. This is definitely it. Works pretty good. Found something you want to fix yet? Oh, I gotta show Phil this fish real quick. As soon as this map's over, I'll swap to my Squire. I know you've seen it already, but I won the fish today, y'all. I won the fish. Aramir told me I was hacking. The Phoenix Pet is a transmog. So you may have it in your inventory, you may not, but it's a transmog item now. It doesn't scale at range, it scales by rune quality. 8 of 8 is the biggest. There's the circle of it there. It's actually not protecting the cores. Something could throw at the cores here, but it's close. It's very, very close. That's why I'm not getting loot, because of my fish. Yeah, this is the DD1 map. Here it is, y'all. Here it is. The golden fish. It's got a bounce to it. Here, let me find Aramir. Here he is, right here. You've been fish slapped, Aramir. It's got a nice jiggle to it, for sure. It should be auto-posted there, Sins. It's got an automated, but yeah, throw it up. I don't care. But there's an automated DD2 news feed. Liking King Fish Slap? I'll do that just for you, Uzar. Oh, I thought you meant in Discord. Like, in my Discord. No, you can't post links in chat. Phil can. Or a mod can, if they choose to. Spinning fish. Post the actual links when posted, that's fair. God, you see that? The sliver just barely moves. You done the math there, Oswarlin? How, like from 105 to 106, how many runs would it take in a 4-player group? The easiest way to do it is solo, Azteca. If you're having problems with the ogres, you definitely want to get walls down. It depends on how decked out the rest of your set is. You can also try thunder spike traps at the cores. Are going to be quite helpful for some big boom boom as anything gets right up on the core. I've been spamming PDS, R stacks, you know, the normal stuff. 109 to 110 is 5.7 billion. Oof. Damn. $5.7 billion, that's... That's like 36 runs of this map. At 6 minutes a pop. Well, I figure it'd be generous and say 8 minutes a pop. It doesn't sound that bad until you're doing it. That's why today, my stream today, I'll move that one to tomorrow now, but my stream today was going to be all about playing with the owls. And I was like, you know what, I got to get this grind going. And these guys were grinding it out. Yeah, I got a bunch of Supreme gear now. Nothing really spectacular. Yeah, Jake, the biggest game-changing thing you could find is the Overdrive rune from Act 2 for buff beams. It is so huge. So just coming back to the game and not having any runes, I would say go right for that rune. It will change your builds tremendously. and give you an absurd amount of power when you build based off of that rune. Dark Elf mages run through and snare auras when they're buffed by a Djinn mounts them. If they're running through to the core, the only answer is to keep an eye out for them. You can throw a reflect beam on the core, because remember, Dark Elf mages are ranged mobs. So you can throw a reflect beam on the core and that will really help. But Dark Elf mage that gets buffed by a Djinn is a formidable foe. There is no doubt. That's what I said, isn't it? Act 2? Did I not say Act 2? I thought I said Act 2. Oh, that's RNG whacked. RNG knows what you want. It doesn't matter the game. RNG knows. Every game you're playing. You decide you want item A, then all that's going to drop is items B, C, and D. That's just how it goes. I did mine on Endless Spires, and I did put in quite a grind. I didn't count them, though. Cakepoon was obsessing the whole time, cussing at his monitor. Damn you! Overcharge rune! Or overdrive rune? I didn't do anywhere near that many runs, but I got mine on Endless Spires. Try again. I mean, if you can't get through the next wave, then take a look at your gear. Try changing your build. You know, figure out why you're losing and adjust. If you're getting stuck on wave 22, for example, on a map, and you can't get past it, well, if you never change your build, you're never going to get past it. So you got to do one of two things. Either change your gear, upgrade your gear before you try that build again, or tweak your build to meet where you're losing. Getting an 8 of 8 overdrive, you'll get like 5 Cobalt launchers. I got me a couple of 450 plus items on the ground, but ain't none of them supreme. I mean, they might still be good. Nothing supreme here either. I'm too lazy to even look through the stuff on the attack map. I just look for the purple beam out of the victory chest. If it's not there, then it's a nope. Oh, damn it. Booted again. Why you keep kicking me, Aramir? These guys are probably sitting there. Okay. Kick him again. Kick him again. Is that how it is, Cake? Are you vote kicking me here, Cake? Oh, you get booted as well. See, it's both of us then. It's Aramir and Archangel are like, hey, let's boot these two guys. Well, you know what that means, Uzar. All your gear stayed godly. You want me to tell you? Oh, God. Oh, that's right. I joined late. I got no mana. There is no juice here. I wonder if I'm losing loot when that happens. Archangel, my quality tower boosting over here is, knows no limit. How do I feel about the new boss? I think it's super cool looking. The boss and the map itself, I like 100%. I wish that the loot was a little better. Nice talk, kid. Grats, man. I think the boss itself, they did a great job on. It looks cool. It's got a fun interactive mechanic with it, with the heal and the little guardians walking out. Mechanically, it seems to run well. We don't have things like the Lichen King getting stuck in a tree. So, I mean, I don't really have anything bad to say about the map or the boss. Or not really much constructive criticism, other than what's already known. The 4-player scaling is a bit whack. The ogres are zerging people, and it's wrecking the build, Twitch doesn't. It's not updated live all the time. Lichen King falling through the map is your favorite? I think the cutscene is cool as hell, though. I keep watching it. Although I do hear ya. I do keep... I think they did a good job with the cutscene. I think it's better than the Lichen King cutscene. Well, when you get the spam and runs later, does deleting the cutscene from your folder work? Skylar the part robot with the raid. Welcome, y'all. Welcome, welcome. How you doing, Skylar? I don't know how that works, but I would imagine as long as it was the same file type and the same file name, you could put whatever you want there. You could swap the cutscenes out for porn if you really wanted to. I went in, and I don't know if you guys remember, but like 6 or 7 years ago on Star Wars Day, I went into the DD2's audio files and changed the sounds over to Star Wars themed sounds. So like when I shot with my EV, it was giving me the pew pews, and like when an ogre spawned, it had Darth Vader going all that crap. It was fun. It was very tedious, but you just had to create the exact file type with the exact file name and swap it in. Bill's like, don't be telling people to mess with the video files. But yeah, you could do it. You could indeed do it. So is that showing the right one now, Aramir, or Rough? Is that about where you're at, or are you farther than that? It's showing like, I don't know, like maybe a fifth? Like 1/5 of the way in? You're farther? You know, the idea of Chromatic does this, but I know some game companies ban players for altering game files. Yeah, I'm sure it's a bannable offense. That's why I was saying Phil's probably like, what the hell, dude? They didn't ban me for doing the Star Wars shenanigans, but I also didn't show anybody how to do it, and I told them about it in advance, and I instantly reverted back to the old sounds as soon as May the 4th was over. So, I mean, maybe those things were taken into consideration. I mean, obviously, they don't want you manipulating gameplay in any way. But if you're doing something, I mean, they're not banning people for removing the video files. So I guess they wouldn't ban people for changing them. But if they're removable, would you even bother changing them, or would you just remove them? You know? I mean, what are you going to change them to? You know? Change them to a big pop-up JPEG that says, "Oh shit, you dead." The boss doesn't spawn on wave 30 of survival. I haven't played survival through yet, past 25, so I didn't notice that. Resident Evil Dead scene. Cake Pone. Cake Pone gonna put the dirty video clips up. As his boss spawn. So sorry about that, y'all. I got cutscene volumes turned off. Actually, let me double check that. Well, I mean, it wasn't exactly turned up high. Let me turn it all the way off and we'll see next time if it screws you all's eardrums or not. Oh, okay, that's in the hotfix later. Nice. Oh, I couldn't get away with doing that anyway. I'm a old married guy since. You all familiar with Arc Knights? Well, I got Mudrock as my assistant and it's on my home screen. I had to put the full armor on because Mudrock's other skins definitely got questions from the wife. I had to go with the full armor set for Mudrock, you know what I'm saying? Because Mudrock don't look the same under all that armor, let me tell you. And then last year during the anniversary event, I had Chalter up for just a couple of minutes, but that one just looks too damn good. I had to get rid of that. That's like instant waifu material right there. Yeah, my wife doesn't mind if I play my games with scantily clad anime girls, but when I start putting them up on my screen regularly, she's not overjoyed about it. Hell yeah, Dwayne. And vice versa, man. When that comes to the game, I'm going to do regular Xbox streams, regular PlayStation streams. Yeah, that's an 8/8 rune on the Siren. Give you an idea. It's hard to see, really, but it's the purple bubble inside. So, like, this line right here, it doesn't quite cover the core, but it's real close. It's going over here. And then back around here. So it's big. You know, it's a good size. The Bizarre Survival Wave 100 is not unlocking, Phil, on PlayStation. I'm not sure on other platforms, but on PlayStation I know it's not. Day 4 of smelling big statue night booty. The problem is when this XP grind is done, you guys will never want to go see this map again. Like, nobody's going to want to come in here again. I mean, just on stream today, we've done it, what? We've had to have done it 10 times. More than that. Probably 18 times? 17, 18 times, about. I've already got all the runes from this act. I'm just getting dupes now. No, cross progression is just the cross progression, no cross play. Cross play is a whole different animal. Been playing the map for 7.5 hours with some temple breaks. I believe it. I definitely believe it. It depends on what character and what build you're going for, Harrison, but generally speaking, it would be either the summit or the keep for most characters, and then throne room for some characters. And then Alk Labs is a really good entry-level weapon to the new tier. Like, if you just got the Massacre, getting the Rifted Alk Labs crossbow, for example, is a very good entry-level weapon. Come on, runes. Come on, Supremes. Where you at? I don't even bother looking anymore because they're just never there. My luck is terrible. There's something in the box? Let's see. Boom. And no Supremes. No Supreme in the box. Oh, I've been getting tons on mixed mode. I'm just crying as whirling as well. I've gotten quite a few runes. Your game keeps lagging. Lag is normally associated with your connection to the host. You've yet to see a Supreme piece of armor? Well, I'm only looting. I'm not getting much Supreme armor because I'm not looting it. If it's not fused, it's staying on the ground. So I'm not even looking at that stuff. I'm only picking up, I mean, I'm seeing Supreme offhands more than anything, I think. Yeah, I want to, Dwayne. I got catch-up to do right now in Warframe. Campaign is the lowest amount of XP you can get in the game, Harrison. With like the exception of if you're just getting started and trying to unlock Nightmare or something, then some people do the Summit campaign. It's not the best, but it's, you know, people do it. Yeah, fused gear is the only gear you use in the current endgame. That could change in the future, but right now, as it stands, once you go rifted, you're at the end game. There's no reason to play non-rifted, so there's no reason to not use fused gear, you know. Warframe is a great game, Dwayne. Damn, you're MR17 already? That's impressive. I think I'm MR25 now. I haven't leveled up in a long time. But I also have an enormous amount of mastery fodder sitting to level up. I got 4 or 5 frames, a ton of weapons. No, it'll drop in Supreme now. I mean, I haven't gotten one yet, but in theory, it should drop in Supreme. Oh, Whacked Wombat with the sub. Thank you so much. I do appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. If you're on Rifted mode, then both versions are supposed to drop in the box, yeah. You know, a lot of people really hate the keep. I'm lucky in the aspect of I'm not really one of those people. I don't dislike running the keep. I mean, I think it's a pretty good grinder. And then it's payday as far as going back there on Dunier difficulty. Because you got a chance to get one of the best weapons in the game. You got a chance to get the best helmet in the game at Supreme difficulty. And then plus just all the accessory drops and then the number of mobs with all the ground drops. But I know a lot of people, and I should hate to keep, because I've done it an ungodly amount of times. But I know a whole lot of people that are just sick and tired and done with the keep, you know? I'm just real lucky in the regard of I can do it a couple hundred more hours. I'm good with it. In fact, that's probably what I'll grind tonight. I think the map looks good. You know, you get some stuck mobs here and there and things like that, but, you know, I'm willing to live with that. The stuck skellies on that northeast side of the map is the longest term thing that's there, I think. That second lane over from the top. Yeah, I mean, the Squire beast mode's the boss. Same on the new difficulty. Your old spinning steel Squire will still beast mode down the boss on the new difficulty. It's the same if you're solo grinding it. The boss is the same as doing it 2-player before, as far as the boss health. So solo Dune Eater difficulty is equal to duo Lycan King difficulty before. It seems like it to me anyway. It seems like it's the exact same numbers. No, Aramir! Don't die! Oh, well, yeah. Loot throughout the entire game, scales, start to finish. Like, even in just Act 1, you know, loot from Alk Labs is better than loot from Deeper Well, you know? Rock OP, you got 7 bazillion health. I never farmed a good rock because I was never willing to pay the price of that ridiculous move speed. So I never bothered farming a good rock. I felt like it was a waste of time. Still do. I'm just not going to use it. Like, this is the only situation where I think I would use it. If I was playing the tower booster and building the primary damaging defenses, then I think it would be kind of a no-brainer for the 10%. It's a rock you got from Alk Labs. That's fair. I mean, 10%'s 10%, right? Can't complain about the 10%. Nothing. I hit the button again. I don't think it's going to kick me this time, though. It doesn't feel like it's going to. Maybe it is. It's been a long time. My inventory is overloaded a bit. That's why it's taking me so long to load. It is. It is. Warframe to me doesn't feel as grindy. And the reason being is there's a lot of different variations of what to do. Like, there's so many different areas where you can go do different things. Where, you know, if you get tired of trying to farm up Wisp and the Ropala list is starting to just irritate the piss out of you, then just, there's a ton of other things to do, you know? Aramir vote kicking. Terrible. Terrible. We're going with 6 DSTs, 2 pointed in each south corner, 1 pointed in each north corner. 2 plasma defense systems. Full range Warden Root with the slow rune. And it's Snare Aura, and Electric Aura, and Explosive Trap. And then buff beams on each 3 of everything. So every 3 things has its own buff beam, basically. It's pretty chill. I was doing LTs before Aramir showed me this build. I was doing basically the exact same build, except I was spamming. I was doing 4 LTs on this side, 2 on each buff beam, so 2 buff beams and 4 LTs over here, and then 3 LTs right here on 1 buff beam. And that was working really well too, but this one, it runs faster. The LT one is like a minute slower per run. At least it was for me, anyway. I'm sure if you had higher quality LTs, it would go quicker. Use PDS and Summoner Pet DPS. Yeah, there's a lot of options. On the PTR, I was doing wall builds on this map. They did great. I think you would have to put walls in. The trouble with Wisps is they're single target. So in a map with, you know, 1,700 enemies or whatever per wave, the Wisps could get overrun. If you threw walls in, though, would be no problem. So has anyone actually tested the Strength Drain Aura rune? Like, I know it was showing no damage or something like that. Is it doing anything? Or is it not working? Does anybody know? I'm very excited about that rune. It does work? How good is it? Like, what's the damage based off of? Destroys foundries and forges with it? Nice. What is the damage based off of, Oswirlin, you know? Oh, it's based off of enemy HP. You gotta leave the area and run back in, Kaiser. It's a known bug with it. If you leave the buff area and then go back into the buff area, it will apply. 15% of the enemy's max health. That is huge, dude. That's really good. That's an 8/8, I take it. It's Detonate Dead from PoE. That's awesome, man. I've got a crappy version of the rune. but I haven't gotten a good version of the rune yet. Yeah, that's kick-ass. Makes the map lag with the explosions. Is it like, does it feel like Purge Evil? Or how does it feel? I haven't gotten a good one yet. What tier does that drop in? Or what act does that drop in? I can't remember where I got my crappy one. Oh, it drops in this one. Well, why the hell don't I have one yet? I've done this act so much. I guess I don't have them all. I thought I had all the runes from this act, but apparently not. Because mine is like 5 or 6 out of 8. It's a poo-poo version. Maybe that's it right there. What do you guys think? Ooh. It's not it. I've been getting massive amounts of runes, so Phil definitely didn't limit my rune drops. He limited my Supreme Fusion Armor drops 100%. No doubt it there. But I've been getting crazy rune drops. Like, so many. Just in the last 24 hours, I bet I've gotten 10 to 12 godly runes. Grim Reaper, what up, what up? How you doing? Empowering Ring. I think I already had that one. It's a dope. Nice. Well, thanks, sir, Grim Reaper. I appreciate it. I think I gotta go get a coffee for this one, y'all. You guys control Jamie. Can you control Jamie, Aramir? Get some coffee brewing. I'll at least spend my upgrade mana first. All right, give me just a sec, y'all. I gotta get me some coffee. I've been trying to stay cross-map from you. So I'm hitting these 3 DSTs here. Potentially the Siren as well. But anyway, give me just a minute, y'all. I'm gonna go grab a coffee real quick and take a leak. And I will be right back. I made it back just in time for the final wave. See how lag behind Nightbot is in YouTube chat. Looks like he's a long way behind. What the heck? There it is. Yeah, Nightbot's like on a 30-second delay or whatever now. The new hero's defenses look really cool, Grim Reaper. To be completely honest with you, though, I've been hard grinding the XP on the other heroes. Trying to get to 110 to at least have a set of heroes that I can use Supreme Gear on that drops. So I haven't done a lot of playing around with them. Tomorrow I'm going to dedicate the whole stream to playing with the Guardians defenses, though. Today I was hoping to get somebody. I mean, I won't get there on stream, but before I go to bed tonight, I want somebody to be at 110. Will Juice get a godly rune? Let's see. Let's see. Well, on this map, it's looking like a nope. I got a accessory or offhand. Looks like it's a shield. Got a godly spinning steel shield. Not a very good one. But Castle Armory is really good XP per hour. Is why it's so popular, Merlin. I don't know that it's the best, but I believe it might be the best XP per hour. And it's a long grind to get from 105 to 110. So a lot of people are going for it and not doing the slow grind. A 1v1 on the prediction? Oof. Well, you guys can make it apply to this next map too, since it was right at the end of the last map. Whatever y'all want to do. Of course, whoever won it is like, screw that. Get out of your way here. The damage boost tower is really good. One of the easiest ways to remedy that, Dr. Pains, is going to be to slap a Strength Drain Aura and some walls at each core. It's going to buy you a bit more time on the boss. And then a Spinning Steel Squire is just really, really good against the Lycan King. So with a Spinning Steel Squire, you can just beast mode him down really fast. Like one cycle every time. I've been going, I only did it a few times, but I didn't lose any. I went in with a harpoon build. I put 3 harpoons and a spider at each core with an ensnare aura, a strength drain aura, a gas trap, and an explosive trap at each core on the outside cores. And then on the inside core, I went with like 5 Poons, 2 electric auras, and 1 ensnare. The max level is 110, Shadow Wolf. You're 50% to 110. Grats, dude. That is so huge. It's hard earned. It's well deserved. That's one thing, you know, I joke and bitch and moan about Aramir's RNG all the time. But the part I leave off is he plays the map 7 million times. Nah, he means from 50% from 109 to 110. Yeah, you know what he means. In me, I log a lot of hours in the game, but I go into chill mode way, way often. Aramir goes pedal to the metal, full gas, all balls out every single time. So 6-minute runs all day, you know? Where, like, when it comes Game of Thrones time tonight, I'm going to be in chill mode, and the maps are going to take 10, 12 minutes. You know, it ain't going to be 6-minute runs. But yeah, the build definitely shreds. And it's pretty damn quick. The build itself would run pretty well just as a summoner, but what really makes it scream is getting that overcharge apprentice in the mix. Overcharge apprentice is so good for any speed runs. The new map looks great there, Dole. What's going on there, Dom? How you doing? Oh, I don't know. No clue. The summit weapon would be the highest damage output, but the weapon from the keep is very close in pinpoint accuracy. So kind of take your pick between the keep weapon and the summit weapon. I mean, if you want the best, then you want to go with the summit weapon, the Dragoon. But the keep weapon is right there, and then the keep weapon has its other benefits, like the pierce. It'll pierce a whole pack of enemies, and it's, I mean, you can hit a dot on the moon with that thing. It's pinpoint accurate, you know? Right. Pierce is bad for the Huntress for the rune, because you don't stack up off the same target. But as far as lane clearing, it puts out sufficient DPS and makes lane clearing kind of chill mode. But, you know, ideally you got defenses for lane clearing, right? That's really where it falls off per single target. It's just because of that pierce. Well, I mean, they could walk inside and shoot, but how many range mobs are going to get close enough to walk inside and shoot, you know? Range mobs generally die to the auras. They don't get up in there, you know? Uh-oh. What was that? I didn't do that. What the hell? I didn't hit any buttons. I was just floating through the air, unless the space bar did it. WTF. Well, nah, the bubbles don't have aggro. It's like a reflect beam doesn't have aggro. They're not shooting at the reflect beam. They're shooting at the target behind it. There is no aggro on reflect defenses in any of the Dungeon Defenders games. They're just, that's why positioning is so important. That's what makes the Siren so nice, is positioning is like a non-issue. You know, you slap it down and it go. Big bubble. Big bubble for the win. Like that spinning steel shield is still the last thing I've gotten. Still got a ton of inventory space left. Check for a rune. I did not get a rune. The last one I got was that empowering ring. No rune for me. The prediction result is you should know better. Phil is never going to let me have an item and allow you to win any sort of prediction. Always say no, because Phil just ain't going to do it. And then if the slim chances you say no and you lose that bet, then that means Phil was trolling you. But it's always a blame Phil moment for all of those items. I got tons of extra runes. I'm probably going to be doing a giveaway relatively soon. I got mixed emotions on what to do. That's the sucky part about not knowing a time frame on crossplay. If we knew that crossplay was going to be here in 3 months or 4 months or whatever, then I would save those and do, or not crossplay, cross saves, you know what I mean. I would save those and do a giveaway then. That way I could just log on to any platform and give it to the winner. But we don't know when it's going to come. We have no idea. I mean, it could be a year from now, you know. I've got 2 overdrive runes in my inventory that are extras. I found one, I had one already, and I found one last night. Those are relatively easy to come by if you check Discord. There's a lot of people would have one of those willing to sell. I'm not going to be doing any. I'm not going to be selling any runes or anything like that. All of my duplicates either go for trade or to giveaways. I mean, I'll trade somebody a rune I don't have, you know, with something I have that they need. Well, no, trading for bits would be, pretty sure that would be grounds for getting banned. Can't do any kind of RMT. Gotta save that for DD2. Sorry, low blow. It's frustrating to see so many real money traders in DD2 keep getting away with it. You don't have an 8 of 8 overdrive, Archangel? I don't believe that for a second. Thunderstrike spike traps are incredibly good. Just got to remember it's single target damage. So you will get overwhelmed If you don't have something for general clear. You know, if you got 50 enemies, it doesn't matter how powerful it is, because it's only going to be killing one of them at a time, you know? But yeah, they're incredibly powerful. I've got some videos up of, like, insta-tapping, the dragon, insta-tapping, the demon lord. Hold on one sec, don't force G it yet. Let's see. There you go, Archangel. You are the proud new owner of a super duper snazzy overdrive. Oh, I don't need nothing, man. I mean, I'll take it. I'll take your gold. I was just gonna give it to you. Nice. Well, I mean, there's a little luck. There's never anything wrong with that. A little luck goes a long way there, legit. Now I only have one extra overdrive rune. That's alright. It went to a worthy cause. The last overdrive rune I gave out got played with for an hour, and then I think the person didn't play again. And that was a bummer. See, Archangel, now you can carry Copone even harder. You can even get tricks into the mix and carry tricks as well. Well, thanks there, EJW Racing. Appreciate you watching, man. Oh yeah, you got a little bit of stuff to do. That's the great part, though. You can take a break and come back, and you got a well-organized to-do list, you know? Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Nothing. No Chinese. Sadly, it does not let you take the mana to the next map. Yeah, 100, then it went to 105, and now it's 110. And as you would expect, it's the grind is long and hard. It is not a fast route to 110. Yeah, I still play DD2. Just put a video out on it yesterday, in fact. Maybe even two. Did at least one, maybe two videos yesterday about DD2. The DDA update just hit, though, so it's all brand new, fresh grind, you know? So very excited about it right now. I still got some stuff I need to get done in Chaos 10 and DD2, though. I've been working with Jade to set up a super boosting Countess. Jade got all the Countess trick moves. Well, I mean, the most important thing is the first one. Get to Chaos 9, do 1 AP reset, and that's like 90%, if not higher, of the power that you could possibly gain from AP resets. You just get off of just one, you know? So you could blast that really quick. Thanks for following there, Karens. Appreciate it. Where to God they ruin that game? That's fair. That's fair. I mean, it's the way to go, you know? Alts for AP resets is so far over the meta hump compared to literally anything else that, I mean, it's almost a how do you not, you know? Ooh, we got potential hotness over here. Potential hotness. Looks like it's militia gloves. Nice. Yep, fused militia gauntlets. Well, I mean, it's pretty easy to get to, if you only need to unlock one character, it's pretty easy to get to the defender medals for it, you know? Just by doing the daily and the weeklies. Yeah, we killed the new boss yesterday. This is the Dune Eater difficulty, the new difficulty. Need to do your dailies later. I've been having that issue, like a lot of people have been having with the weekly not resetting. That's been happening for me. I get like one weekly every 3 weeks. So I haven't been caring too much about it. I've been just grinding for the crafting materials. Yeah, that all heroes pack is a great deal for sure. That includes all future heroes. It's just like the other tiers. It's based off of the bonus difficulties. So the new bonus difficulty is Dune Eater difficulty, which is on the Dune Eater map or in any other map in the game, as long as you play on Dune Eater difficulty. You can still get low-end Supreme stuff in Liking King difficulty, but it's going to be crazy, crazy rare. Well, the problem is there's 10 million of them, Ostekas, so it's just not a reality at all. One challenge Dungeon Defenders games have had over the last decade is there's been a whole lot of cooks in the kitchen. So they have all put their own secret sauce into the stew. You know? Yup. Fix one bug, get 10 new ones because of the one change you made to fix the other one. I mean, the amount of, to give the current team and IDHC a little credit, you know, the amount of bug fixes they get in on every patch is pretty significant. It's like, holy shit, man. Well, I mean, that's what it would take. And if you're going to do that, you might as well put it in the new game engine. And if you're going to do that, you're going to be millions of dollars invested into it. So why not just make DD3 instead? No. You unlock bonus difficulty on survival by doing survival and mixed mode by doing mixed mode. The only thing that crosses over from survival to mixed mode is the wave unlocks. So if you beat it on survival, you'll have a wave 23 start for mixed mode. So you can just go in and blast it on mixed mode. But you have to do it on mixed mode to get mixed mode unlocked. Yeah, mixed mode is definitely a bit harder. There's an update going out today, or potentially today, that is going to remedy the ogres coming out so quick during the boss wave. So that will help things out substantially on that map. Are you waiting for mana, Aramir? Is it quicker for me just to drop you mana? I've been trying to upgrade the buff beams and DSTs. Well, I mean, I can't make Phil do anything, but I certainly wouldn't complain about that. No, Nuke Monk did not get buffed. The Nuke Monk is still half of what it was at Chaos 8 back in the day. Chaos 10 buffed it, so it got more power, but it didn't get like a buff. And it's still, even in Chaos 10 gear, my Nuke Monk hits about 75%, maybe not even that much, maybe 60%, as hard as it did back in the day in Chaos 8 gear before the great Fun Police nerf of 2018 or whenever it was. Pickle, thank you so much. Welcome. I do appreciate it an absolute ton. Yeah, this is just for XP. I mean, we're still getting loot. We're still getting Supreme gear and runes. But it's just for XP. I'm on YouTube today, y'all. I can't discuss the D word. Don't do drugs, kids. That's all I'm allowed to say. Drugs are bad. That's right. Don't be like the barbarian. Oh, the levels are intense. The barb is the enabler, Cake. The barb is the enabler. I wonder how close my monk is. My monk and my EV are right close to each other. Well, you just got to remember that's all the low end stuff. The stuff that got converted to Supreme gear is the 2 stats and all lower quality stuff, you know? So you're going to want to replace that stuff anyway. Just getting the third passive on it is so huge, you know? Yeah, the Supreme gear that drops has 3 passives. So you can get percent damage, power, and rate all in the same piece. I think somebody said like 540 upgrades. That's actually a good idea, Aramir. Just swap the gear over to different heroes. Definitely a good idea. Could be comparable to like 494 Arcanist pieces before. The base stat ranges. Using a ranged hero seems to be the easiest to me, Adam. I've done it with the monk, the huntress, and the rogue so far. That, and like I said, there's a hotfix rolling out that's going to ease some of the pain. Like, a lot of people are getting through to the boss, no problem. And then they're getting overrun by ogres. They're getting ogre run on the boss. And there's a update coming out potentially later today, maybe tomorrow, that's going to fix the accelerated pulse for ogres, so the ogres aren't spamming out so quick. Oh yeah, it's all ogre. I lost runs, not just in those 4-player runs. I've lost solo runs from getting ogred. Getting ogred. If you're decked out, I've been using a Ensnare Aura, Electric Aura, a Spider, and a Buff Beam on each core, and then 8 PDS across the map where that little small cutout is in the ground. I put 8 PDS right there, and then just sit AFK until the boss. Well, I mean, you can't exactly go wrong with Bloons TD6 there, since it's one of the best tower defense games ever made. Such an incredibly good game, you know? Your issue was the wyverns? Then make sure you switch your whatever your main damaging defense is, make sure it's on flyer targeting, and the wyverns will all just disappear. It's such a good deal. The value you get for Bloons, any of the Bloons games for that matter, when they're on sale, is so incredibly good. Yeah, I mean, there's not much negative that can be said about Bloons games. Well, I'll run the boss many more times, but I won't be running it on stream today. You guys know how it is. It's not finding a perfect 4-player team with 100% textbook group composition. This is not something I'm going to pass up. You know, you guys all know how this is. Finding a perfect team with perfect group composition is just not something you just run across all the time. So if you get it, take advantage of that while it's there. Tomorrow, Cake Pone might boycott me. We never know. Damn you, Cake. Gamers got a game. Oh, yeah. You know what? I got the best deal ever. Like 2 years ago on the Christmas, maybe it was longer than that. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whenever it was, on the Steam holiday sale, Bloons TD6 was 90% off. I picked that game up for 99 cents, man. 99 cents. And I've got probably, I mean, I don't even know. I've got to have 200 plus hours into it. 200 hours for $1. That is like the best value ever, you know? Bloons is really good, Cake, once you get into it. And some of the strats, like the high endless strats and stuff, are quite enjoyable to build up to. Bloons is the game that you can create such ridiculous builds. You literally go until your machine will not function anymore. Oh, I mean, yeah. If I had a choice between play a Dungeon Defenders game or play Bloons, I would choose the Dungeon Defenders game all day. But Bloons is a great game. That's what got me into it. It wasn't school, but in the casino when I was working. Yup, that's exactly it. Well, I mean, DDTs will tear some shit up there, Scales. I think that's probably the same for me. I'm pretty sure I've got at least one map up to like 250. But that's as far as I've ever made it. DDT equals shit all everything, big mean balloon of doom. Is what DDT means. I'm probably like maybe 30% chimps cleared. I don't have all of them done. Yup, DDT equals Delph, exactly. Oh yeah, no doubt, Pro Ace. No doubt. That's what you get after. Instead of getting like PTST Cake Pone, you get DDT. It's Daddy Delph Terrors is what you get after. Daddy Delph Terrors. I'm a big fan of the Glue Monkey myself. They melt those, get the, I don't remember which upgrade path it is, but you get that one upgrade path and your little acid glue, man. It melts some shit. It melts some shit, confirmed. Thought for sure I was going to peek and there'd be 2 or 3 godly runes on the ground. But no, Phil said You say nope. Nothing. Doesn't look like nothing. Boo. I haven't played with that new Beastmaster yet. Aramir was showing me the ropes on that one a little the other day. Oh, did it get nerfed? Still no runes since the empowering. I haven't got any really good Supreme accessories yet. I mean, I've gotten a bunch of them, but none of them were like right home and tell mom about it, you know? I did TD Battles 2 when it first came out, and then it got all pay to win. My favorite hero in Bloons, I like Psy. I like that whole map-wide poppage. Yeah, but I don't really mind pay to win in games as long as it doesn't affect me. Like, if a game's pay to win, but I don't have to pay to win, and it doesn't affect my experience at all, then I don't really care. But if a game is pay to win and it's a competitive game, like TD Battles, I think everybody likes Sauda. Yeah, I mean, when a game like TD2, when it first came out, well, see, that's the thing. Warframe can be pay to win, but Warframe takes it further than that. That's one of the things I really love about the game, is as they don't just say, okay, we got a pay to win element on the game, we're going to capitalize on it. They allow you to capitalize on it too. Where if you're willing to grind out the shit, you can charge people premium currency for it, just like they're doing, you know? And that's awesome. That's absolutely kick-ass. I think Warframe has the best of any game that offers a paid element that actually changes gameplay. I think Warframe has the best system of any of them, to be honest. I mean, I realize that there's games like PoE where it's straight up quality of life and cosmetics, and besides RMT, there is no pay to win, really, right? TC achievement. I don't know what that is, so I'm assuming I don't have it. Somebody reported you for selling and they banned you for it? That seems pretty suspect. 2 tower chimps. I don't think I've ever done that one. Oh, you got trade banned. It's still weird, huh? I mean, because they can check and see where your stuff came from. They can see if you grinded it out or if you bought it from other players or whatever. Oh, you complete chimps maps with only 2 monkeys. I've never done that one. I mean, I made like 5,000, 6,000 platinum in a one weekend selling fish. I was at my trade limit every day. I was to the point where you had to buy the maximum amount of fish from me or you weren't allowed to buy from me. That was my rule because I didn't want to waste any of my trades, you know? I don't even remember the amount because it's been so long, but I think it was like around 6,000 platinum in a weekend. Just fishing. Got an 8 deadly gaze. Nice, nice. I got one of those already. The only one I'm missing from this act is the string train. Oh man, Mod Survival's my favorite one. They didn't want to do those? If I'm just in the mood to grind out a survival, a long survival, that is 100% always where I go. I can't believe people wouldn't want to do that one. That's my favorite one. Oh yeah, that place is an Octavia dream. I mean, if I'm doing a long run, that's what I go in there with too. They're farming. You can easily farm, very, very easily farm out 100 steel essence in one sitting with Octavia on that map. Yeah, I got an accessory. Like that was that. Nothing but junk. Pretty sad when I don't even go look at the golly accessory because I know it sucks. That's awful, huh? Or it's an offhander accessory. What the hell's that? I don't even see it. I mean, it's in that pile. I can see the little purple. There it was. It's a Ethereum champion offhand. You guys would be proud of, since I'm such a casual Bloons player and I don't know all the end game metas or whatever, you guys would be proud of how many black borders I got. I've got quite a few. Well, the thing is the offhands are like the most common Supreme drop, it seems like. Us on this map got 2 DSTs pointed at the south corner, each south corner, 1 DST pointed at each north corner. We got a Warden's Tree for the slow with maximum range, a Siren with the bubble to protect everything, 2 PDS over here, and Electric Aura and a Snare. Well, I mean, the bigger your rune quality, the bigger the bubble, you know? It directly scales the bubble size. It is quite large at 8 out of 8. You know what, Doug? I have never bought that one, but I have looked at that BAM pop effect so many times, debating on picking it up. Oh, we got a hot fix, y'all. We got a hot fix. Hot fix is deployed. Let's see. Fixed issue with false hacker flags linked with trading. Those that were affected has been unflagged. Disabled Ogre Pulse Acceleration on Forsaken Temple, causing non-stop waves of ogres during the boss phase. That's going to fix everybody's temple issues. Added missing tooltips for the Guardian. Fixed a bunch of tags on descriptions for abilities. Fixed various maps holes and collision. Added some enemy kill volumes for spiders in the temple for all those rooftop dwellers. Fixed collision on Castle Armory with ogres trying to walk themselves into walls. Fixed issue with Golden Hamel not unlocking properly at 100. Fixed issue with Foundries and Forges missing Lycan King bonus. Rank 4 Divine Absorption having 60% instead of 6%. Fixed stat scalers on fusion crystal weapons and non-fusion obsidian boss weapons. Added enemy kill volumes for orcs, I'm assuming, on Bazaar where copter ogres could land and get stuck. Okay. Those ogres getting stuck up at the top. Fix the arc of them flying in. I see. Alperch gets a bit closer to an enemy now before dealing damage. The mini pet ogre not being mini when transmogged. Castle Armory fly through using Master Channel instead of cinematic, causing it to make y'all's ears bleed. And then moved the fog from Castle Armory that was making things look hazy. So a very, very welcome hot fix there, y'all. Very nice, very nice. Oh, damn. Grats, Aramir. Got all the runes for this act. I'm just missing that one. You guys get a dupe. I am willing to trade. Well, the super rare drop would be Supreme Gear. So a new tier of loot. Their coat face. I'm missing the Strength Drain R rune. Loving you some obelisks. Very nice, very nice. Well, yeah, it's not a guaranteed drop. But, I mean, the Supreme Loot is something that applies to all maps. Like, if you want an Arcanist Helm, for example, and you want to get a Supreme Arcanist Helm, then you go back and you do the Keep on Dune Eater bonus difficulty, and that will give you a chance at getting a Supreme Arcanist Helm. The entirety of the game is based off of target farming. Yeah, it's Steam as well this afternoon, huh? Alright, Doug, we'll take it easy, man. Thanks for hanging out. Well, yeah, the guaranteed drops are map specific. It's RNG, just like everything else in the game. There is no guaranteed Supreme loot, if that's what you're asking. It's like there's no guaranteed God tier godly loot. It's all an RNG element. The loot is guaranteed. The quality of the loot is what we grind for. Steam has server outages right now. Ooh. Yeah. All the loot is map specific. If you're in my Discord server, it's pinned up top, all the drop locations. Goggles, what up, man? It's all good. It's all good. Gotta do you, man. Welcome back. Been obsessing over Destiny 2. That's fair. Nothing there either. We got a piece of fusion gear that's above 450. Let's lighten up, but besides that, nothing good, nothing good. Blame show. Joe's fault, Steam blew up. I've gotten a few Supreme pieces today, yeah. Mainly accessories or offhands. None of them incredible. What wave does what drop at? There's no guaranteed wave for anything but pets or boss weapons. Yeah, that's pretty much it. You're looking for it. Looking at it. 2 DSTs placed into each south corner, 1 DST going up to each north corner, 2 PDS, ensnare, electric. There's a root under there for the slow, and then buff beams on every 3 things. That's it, and that's it. Siren for the bubble, for the reflect bubble. Well, as long as you don't unequip them, you're good, Goggles. Don't want to unequip anything that's showing Supreme that's equipped. Because then you can't put them back on, you know? It's a trap. It's a trap. I mean, if you were directly dying from ogres during the boss, there's probably a good chance that your same build will clear it no problem. Oh no, Supreme accessory. Oof. Yeah, every 3 items has its own buff beam. So, Electric Aura and Explosive Trap are on a buff beam. I guess that's 2. The 2 PDS are 2. These 3 DSTs got their own. These 3 DSTs got their own. The Siren's not on a buff beam, but we don't need it. Beam is back up. Nice, nice. I'll update when these guys want to update. But I don't think it's going to affect what we're doing currently. Like, other than the ear bleeding every time we start a map, that's the only thing that would affect what we're doing now. Old men aren't old unless you respond with "huh" often enough. So true, so true. Man, I had a late night last night and then got up early this morning. Oh man, I'm feeling it. I'm dragging so bad. I don't think there's any amount of coffee to fix me today. Actually, I got a coffee and an energy drink going right now, and it's not getting the job done. Big oofs. Got your siren rune. Nice, nice. Well, it's because the apprentice is boosting it. Overcharged boost from the apprentice's beast mode. It's the best tower buff in the game, as far as all the boost heroes. If you're ever going to play one, you're going to get the most value out of making that one an apprentice, you know? Like if you're solo and you want to do a boost build. Because it turns the reflect beam into a piece of crap that doesn't reflect and instead takes damage. And it ruins most people's builds. Plus, it's just at heart, it's an overpriced wall with very little effectiveness, making it not worth. So, I mean, why would you not just throw in a 1DU wall that has an incredible rune for it, instead of ruining a reflect beam to turn it into a wall that has no special rune? The rune is the wall, you know? Is why you don't see anyone using it, really. Or no veteran players using it. Origami with the sub. Thank you so much. Welcome, welcome. The main problem with the reflect beam wall, though, is it doesn't reflect projectiles anymore. It blocks projectiles, but then takes damage in the process. So it's no longer has a reflection, you know? My mic's not cutting out. I may have leaned away from it, but, I mean, I don't think I'm having any cutout issues. Maybe refresh. Here's my last godly drop. Haven't gotten a whole lot today. I got what? I got a shield. I got 2 offhands. Crap, man. Aramir kicked me again. Well, I mean, you gotta remember we're full power, you know? Oh, no. Are you guys doing the update? Shit, man. If I restart my game... it's going to force me to do the update. Let me see. Let me try one more time. Let me try joining someone else. Harpoons and Aura stacks. Probably the easiest first time clear. Won't let me join Archangel. Yeah, I get the error when I try to join Aramir. Cake is offline. Well, damn it, man. Try to join me. Oh shit, I just hit play offline. God damn it. Let me just go back to the main menu again and I'll try to join you one more time. See, what the hell? I mean, it looks like they're identical. Oh, you guys updated. Okay. Well, here, let me just update too then. Let me throw this up here. And let's see, is it running? It is running. Pretty quick update. Yeah, that's what I would assume. Oh, it's all good. Just let me know when you guys are ready. I can clean up my inventory a little. So many ogres. Still got tons of space. Here's my look at that one, and it's ancient. Look at this one. Look at the passive rolls on that bad boy. So incredibly good passives, but it's on an ancient piece of gear. Such a bummer, man. The ogre pet is not near as good as the bomber. It's a mixed range. It's a melee or it's a melee and range pet, so it's comparable to like the Demon Lord pet. Oh, my monk's coming. Oh, my monk hit 108. I'm not playing the boss map. I'm in a pre-organized XP grind group. So that is what I'm doing. I'm grinding to XP. Yeah, only 2 more to go. Sadly, it's only 1 character. This EV has got to be getting close. Yeah, look at the EV. It's like 1 mob kill and I'm going to level up. It seems like it, but I haven't checked them all to say for sure they're co-face. But it does seem like the new the armory map is the one. So these guys haven't come back online yet. I got an extra flaming owl. Plus all the other stuff. Got a shitload of poison dart tower runes. Let's go ahead and use that one. That's extra. That's an extra. Just finished clearing bags. Yeah, it's fair. Gotta clean it up, right? I got a lot more cleanup to do still, but I still got plenty of bag space, so I'm not gonna sweat it. Like I said, I got my loot filter set kind of strict. So I don't have a whole lot of loot spamming in. The amount of points you get for upgrades is pretty nice too. Yeah, it's all good. Aramir, no rush. Same as any other difficulty. You kill the boss associated with it. So to unlock Lichen King difficulty, you kill the Lichen King. To unlock Dune Eater difficulty, you kill the Dune Eater on survival and mixed mode, depending on where you're trying to get the unlock. That's what I did on stream all day yesterday, Jamie. I don't have a specific video on anything yet. I mean, the update is only barely 24 hours old, and I've been streaming for half of that at least. So, yeah, there's not a like an edited video on anything yet. Too fresh, too fresh and shiny. Oh, wow. Well, I mean, it happens. I got almost 200 spots open now, man. I'm in good shape. I mean, these giraffes are coming out of the woodworks here. No really great militia pieces yet. I got no guard pieces yet at all. No Supreme guard pieces. I got militia, and I got some minor boots. Power, range, and rate, but then only 4 power range. I mean, I would be happy with that if it had power, range, and rate as main stats. I don't look at tower damage at all. Like, if I'm asking somebody about a build, I ask them what their main stat is. I never, ever look at the DPS of the towers. Like, if Aramir does a build with, say, DSTs, I'll say, hey, Aramir, what's your DST main stat? You know? Because that, you know, everything in this game is just based off of those stats and what you got. So it's all about that. So I couldn't tell you what a single one of my towers do as far as DPS goes. This one, I've got so much stacked into fort because this is basically my archer builder. This is actually my DPS hero, but I do build archers with him. So I want to make sure I got a little bit of health on him. And then ogres, archer ogre. Yep, mean the power stat. Whatever the main stat is. Like if you were saying LK, say you're talking about LTs, you'd want to know what the defense rate is. So the main stat for most people is going to be defense rate on LTs until you get over the hump. Once you get over the hump, then it goes to power as well. Here we go. I'm due to do another one with this update coming out. Dungeons. I do more of them in this game than I did for DD2. Basically, I'll do one in this game for every main update. Because the difference is with DDA is all about the end game grind. Like the majority of your grind or gameplay is going to take place in end game. And you get to end game way quicker. Like entry level end game. Damn, that's beast, Aramir. 3 of your 6 are halfway to 110. I think my monk is my highest level. And it's like 108 and change. And that's just my monk and my EV. Or actually, the EV hasn't even hit 108 yet. So I got the 108 monk. I did so much hero swapping yesterday. Like, my monk was the only one that was in the deck the whole time. You know? It was awfully bright. I'm not doing any carries now. Like I said, I'm in a pre-organized, well-made 4-player group. You ever get into that situation, don't give it up. Run with it as long as you can, because it's just few and far between. Especially being 100% organized. Nice, Kasser, congrats. Well, yeah, the ogre pulsing got toned down, so it's not ogre Zerg at the boss wave. I mean, like 50% of the people that were losing on the map were making it to the boss and losing to an ogre on the boss. So for all of those people, they're going to get a win. If you weren't making it to the boss before, you probably still aren't going to make it to the boss. You're going to want to take a look at your stuff. Oh, wow. That's kick-ass, Aramir. Congrats, man. I am 6 million maps away from 110. I haven't done the math, but I'm sure I'm a long, long, long way away. $45, 50 maps away. Oof. 105 to 110 is 122 total maps. Is that divided by 6 and everything else? Yeah, gotta be, right? I mean, that's a lot, but at the same note, I guess it's not that bad. Could be worse. The hotfix probably... Remember, PlayStation and Xbox will have to go through certification for it. Yeah, everybody's saying it does, Laboot. We're hard grinding the XP right now, so we haven't bothered since we already got the unlock already. About 149 mil per hero. Started getting weed advertisements on my phone. That is so weird, man. I live in Washington, you know? It is so strange. It's just not used to that. Like, holy crap, what is this? Two to three more runs and you gotta get some sleep. That's fair. It just started like maybe 5 days ago. I get like one a day. Map doesn't have many ogres spawning now. Nice, nice. I literally get like one a day. My wife asked me about it. She's like, what'd you do? Like, I didn't do nothing. WTF did you do? That's pretty fair, there, Cake, because I've got probably... I've probably only got 3 runs left in me, and it's going to be getting uncomfortably close to dinner time. And you know, you guys know the deal. I may be a late for a lot of things, but I am never late to dinner. Love me yum yum time. Sadly, 3 or 4 maps is not going to be enough to get me to 107 or to get me to 108 on this character. My EV is probably there just from the first wave. No loot. Where to loot, game? Where to loot? Into runes. Take some runes too. Nothing. Nothing. How low can you jump before the swords of doom get you? I'll put some time in and get some videos recorded tonight, y'all. So I'll get like a kind of a farm build for the new map out. I'll get all that stuff done tonight. I was hoping to get at least one character to 110 today, but that might even be a stretch because I got a lot of runs left in me before I'm gonna get there. That, and I just may switch the grind up, because I do need other things. You know, I would love to get a Supreme Arcanist Tome. It was 80 for the first one, I think. I think it might go 80, 90, and up. I'm not positive. Probably hitting the keep tomorrow. The keep is going to be a really hot grind spot because there's just so many potential good things that drop there. You know, good weapon, Arcanist Helm, good accessories. You'll check some other maps for XP and other acts? Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. We know the keep is going to be massive XP. But the question is it going to be worth running that because it's so slower? You know? Like, it might be twice as much XP, but if it takes more than twice as long, then it's not worth doing. As far as XP per hour goes, you know? You got to do that, Aiden. Go get your Summoner Hood. That's a sharp-looking cosmetic, man. No loots, no loots. WTF. It does get tedious. The grind gets tedious, you know? Hoping to get one more rune, though, before the stream is over. Let's see how it goes here. Where the runes at, game? Yeah, Arcanist Helm still only dropped from the keep, Jason. Well, I mean, it should still drop here is the thing. The drop location is only referring to the victory chest. You already know that. Act 3 and 4 left. Act 3 will be an easy grinder. And Act 4 will be an easy grinder as well. Two in each. Maybe get you a beast mode Supreme little bomber too. In Act 3. Run room. Yeah, I mean, you can do any of the maps. Gonna do the dragon? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Get a good gun. I mean, I think the main thing is there's so much grind to be had, really, in all the Dungeon Defenders games. It's always best to be grinding more than one thing at a time. So if you need a rune from Act 3 and you need like a weapon from Act 3, then you go to Summit. If you need a rune from Act 3 and you need a pet from Act 3, then you'd go to, you know, Royal Gardens or whatever. Well, we got striking gemstones sitting on them there, Master Shrew. They're getting a huge pet buff. But yeah, they go all the way to the spawns. Actually, inside the spawn on that lane. The top lane, they go just right up to it. Right up to the spawn door there. Striking gemstone for the win. That's the other benefit of running the summit. You could potentially get a super high quality gemstone. And those, of course, are just for a stat stick. You can get up to the boost cap on them with just any quality, really. But who doesn't want some more stats, right? Most stats, please. Come on and give me the runes. Or the Supremes, either one. An explosive aura rune drop would be incredible. I agree 100%. I'll take one as well. Nothing. Is the XP per hour way faster? Because we're getting 900 million every 6 to 8 minutes. If you're getting 1.5 billion every 15 minutes, it's not going to be as good. I mean, it might be. I haven't tested all the maps. Like I said, this one looked like it was a great choice. So this is the one we've been doing. But, I mean, there may be a better map, you know? Oh, wow, you just got it, Cake, right after making that comment? That's just rude of you. Oh, no, sadly not. Oh, yeah. Well, there's 7 million super chill keep farms to do. Literally. It's, you know, lots and lots and lots of choices on the keep. Well, you can put it with whatever you want, Dr. Paynes. I use it on my Waller. So I got a Squire, that, as far as building stats, is specialized in walls, so all fortify. And that's my DPS spinning steel Squire. And then I don't, you know, obviously, since I'm a Waller, I can get lots and lots of fort for free. So, like, on the accessories, I use passive specific for the spinning steel set. So I go with, you know, mana per second and health per second. That way I'm invincible and my boost never runs out. Man, I hope Keep is faster. So make sure you let us know what kind of number you come up with, Trevor. I did Keep runs last night, but I didn't pay attention to how much XP it was. So I'm not sure. I would love for the Keep to be faster. Then it doesn't feel so mindless then. Like right now, I literally want one thing off the map. That last rune from this act. You know... we're getting just under 900 million per run. And, like, the faster runs are taking 6 minutes. The slower ones are taking 8 minutes. So 900 million every 6 to 8 minutes. That's total with all 6 characters. There's another Supreme Offhand. The Master's Memoir. You can get the Keep done pretty quick, but it's not going to be no 6 minutes. That, and to get it done that quick, you got to be a little bit sweaty. Where we're just super chill here, you know? I mean, I literally am not even looking at the screen other than to look over and see what wave we're on. I'm sitting here watching chat. Yeah, well, I mean, for me, I'm an old man, Cake. That's a plus for me all the time. If I gotta get sweaty, you know, my old tired arms and hands start hurting and, you know, grandpa syndrome. Oh, Keep is great XP. There's zero doubt about that. They're red dots on the attack map. But they die when you kill them, pretty much. Oh, you mean visually? Yeah, they slump down. Their health bars are sometimes difficult to get up. Yeah, if the boss pops up, you know they're dead when the boss pops up. Well, they don't disappear. They, like, slump over. Well, that's the thing, is, I mean, there is zero doubt that the Keep would give substantially more XP than this. But what is the XP per hour is the thing, you know? Thanks, Sarah Drecos. Appreciate it. But, I mean, if you kill one and the boss doesn't pop back up... Ooh, there was a piece. That could have been a high godly roll, though. I didn't look at it on the map. Yeah. To unlock the difficulty in mixed mode, you gotta beat it on mixed mode. To unlock it for survival, you gotta beat it on survival. The waves unlocks. Do you cross over from survival to mixed mode? It's not live right now, Gabriel, no. I think the goal is to get the Switch caught up, like, by the end of the year. Or something like that. Oh yeah, yeah. No hardcore is never required for unlocks in any case in the game. Like Cake said, you can just turn it on and off whenever you want. Well, I mean, when you're getting the unlock, if you have any concern that you may not be able to complete it at all, there's nothing wrong with turning hardcore off just to get the unlock. But once you do that, you'll want to leave it on for sure. I mean, that's how we did it. We did it first on survival, then survival hardcore, then mixed mode hardcore, you know? We took the steps and worked our way up through it. Curious about that piece. Oh, godly. Trash godly piece, actually. Nothing good there. Boo. I can do one more if Kate can. I am actually 13 minutes from dinner time. So yeah, definitely got time for one more. I'm gonna have to load up on caffeine tonight, I think. I am still dragging so bad. I stayed up way too late and got up way too early. And I don't want to go to bed early tonight, even though I'm super tired. I want to grind it out and try to get at least one character to 110, you know? Oh. Swap over to striking. Gotcha, gotcha. I can just use that one and upgrade it real quick. There we go. I'm not picking it up. There it is. Two DSTs to the south corners, one DST to each north corner. Soft, 2 PDS, R stack, Splody Boy. And we got a root in there too with the slow rune for good measure. I'll probably do a build video on it tonight or maybe tomorrow and throw it out. Or maybe Aramir will. But certainly pretty chill, you know? Yeah, you can just use the VOD, but for YouTube, people like the nice, clean, edited content, you know? Just the difference in video quality, for example, like right now I'm streaming at 6,000 kbps. In edited video, I record at 28,000 kbps. So it's a pretty significant difference in video quality between a stream and an edited video. Still 1080p 60. but just the quality of the video itself. Probably so, Soft. Been a long time. The update's been awesome, Gavin. Lots of stuff to do. New boss difficulty, so whole new, entirely new loot grind is in. That's been a while. Well, I mean, this past March, last month, was 10 years of my first time playing DD2. I think I probably had a couple of DD1 videos out before that, but not very many. But yeah, 10 years ago on the first DD2 video. Crazy. Yeah, just gear. Sorry, I missed you there, Aiden. Phil said he's not sure if he wants to go up to Supreme quality or tier on the runes. What's going on, Alonzo? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. The problem is all the current runes. Like, they're balanced for 8 of 8 godly to be the maximum quality. So if you took it up to 9 of 9... you know, would it be broken OP then? Or would you get no quality gain for the rune? You know? Is the challenge, I think. I got mixed emotions on that. Part of me hopes there is no 9 of 9 runes. Because, man, that was a pretty grueling grind getting these runes. Getting all the runes 8 of 8. It was a pretty intense grind, you know. Oh, you got a real life there, Alonzo. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, could you imagine an overdrive rune at supreme quality? It would be busted, right? How many hours do I have? I mean, right now, total in the game, I got 3,511 hours up to this exact moment, according to Steam. And I got another 1,000 hours, probably, just to get full Supreme gear. You catching up? Oh, no doubt. Well, you'd log a lot of hours, Aramir. There's no doubt about that. Right. I think that is probably going to be the last one for me. Need to get that dinner in my belly. The frozen pizza for breakfast / lunch did not exactly sit all that well. What you got, Aramir? Or Archangel? It's not showing me anything. Oh. Oh, for giveaways? Nice. We'll get those out here soon. Like I said, I wish I knew how long it was going to be for cross saves, because right now any rune giveaways are just strict PC only, you know? Alright, y'all, that is going to get it for me for today. Bob, what's up? So sorry. You came right at the end. You working up a stash as well? Oh, for sure there, King. But anyway, thank you all so much for hanging out. Hopefully everyone's having a wonderful day. I will be live again tomorrow. I'm going to try to go live earlier tomorrow. This morning I was just dragging ass so bad because I stayed up way too late and then got up super early. But yeah, that is going to get it for me for tonight, though. So thanks an absolute ton. Have a wonderful day and week, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Take it easy, y'all.